Hey, how's it going? Are you guys, you're an HVAC company, right? Okay, perfect. So this is Tim's HVAC. Okay. I was wanting to see if I was calling the right number. And do you guys use the brand? It's a brand called, I think it's a brand called Train. Do you guys have that brand? Or what type of brands do you guys actually use? Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Okay. And I take it you guys are insured, right? Okay, perfect. So you guys use a 4-ton, 5-ton. Okay. Well, I think you guys qualify. Let me just tell you the reason why I was calling. I'm actually a project manager working on behalf of all the real estate offices in the city, actually. I'm sure you heard of REMAX and Century 21, Keller Williams. Basically, what we're going to be doing as a courtesy for the brokers, and they've already, are expecting what we're actually going to be doing for the offices, is we're actually going to be getting a preferred vendor list together for every single office in the city. And basically, it's a laminated, huge postcard, I guess you could say, that's supposed to be going on the bulletin boards. And we're going to be getting a mortgage company, just one mortgage company on there. We're going to have a title company, and then we're going to pick vendors that they could use on a regular basis, because they always have a bunch of business cards stacked in their drawers, and they have to look through phone books and so forth, and sometimes it can be inconvenience, I guess you could say. And they usually need them, the information right on the spot if there's an issue, in the home. And we have a list of companies that they use on a regular basis that we're just going to have one company on this preferred vendor list that's supposed to go on the bulletin board. They can put it on the bulletin board, or they can actually have it stand up in the office. And so that's what we're looking to do. We're going to be featuring, like I said, other companies on there exclusively that they need. One of them is actually an HVAC company. I can't tell you how many times that situation does pop up in the real estate world, whether the animals urinate on the unit and eats away the coil, the ammonia, or they just need to change the unit or do duct cleaning, whatever the case may be. But we are looking for a reputable HVAC company. You would be featured on this preferred vendor list. It's actually a one-time mail out. It's not something that, little postcard or something like that that goes in. They're actually expecting it. We've talked to all the brokers. We let them know we're doing something for all the offices. They're excited about it. They thought it would be a great way to organize the office, have all their ducks in a row where they can just go to the bulletin board and bam, they can have the problem solved for the customer. So they can let the customers know, don't worry, we already got your company. This is the company that we use. So that's the reason why I was calling, to see if you would like to be on that preferred vendor list. You're going to be the only one. Most of these offices have, anywhere from 50 to 100 agents and even up. So you're going to be exposed in every single office, basically, and to the eyes of, thousands of agents, I guess you could say. And it's a great opportunity. We're also going to be picking, if you want to do this, we actually are going to pick one of the offices in the city to do presentation folders for, that they put all their property information in, like warranties, credit apps, inspection reports, and all that good stuff. And this is what they show homes every day, right? They put all this information, they go show homes. But we're going to pick one in the city, and everybody that's on the preferred vendor list, they're going to be in this one office too for an entire year. We're printing enough for them for about a year. So they're going to be on their presentation folders too. And so it's a really great opportunity, I will say that, especially being in every single office on the bulletin board, right? You will have the numbers to the brokers, because we did, call them and let them know that it's coming, and they're expecting it. And so you would be able to call them and just introduce yourself, say, hey, my name is Tim from HVAC Company. Just want to let you know that's me, on the preferred vendor list, just to kind of, get in the doors and let them know who you are. So it's going to be actually sent FedEx. It's not like I said, it's not a small laminated postcard. It's actually a pretty big 12. I think it's like the size of a letter size folder for as a front cover. But it's going to be sent by FedEx. They're going to receive it, and they can use it in the office. So you can imagine being exposed to every single real estate agent and all the major offices in the whole entire city. So I'm sure you're wondering how much this costs, and of course there is a fee for the artwork fee. We're actually going to be taking care of the printing for the preferred vendor list and getting them laminated, and then we're going to be doing the presentation folders as well for that one office. The vendors that do basically get on these preferred vendor list and the presentation folders, they do have to take care of their artwork. Again, we're going to take care of the printing and the shipping and all that kind of stuff. But you do have to take care of your artwork. Now, you can imagine, just in general, one referral out of all the offices and all the thousands of agents would probably take care of that easily, not a problem. But in general, let me just tell you what the prices are. There's 3 sizes. It's a 2x4, a little bit smaller than a dollar bill, bigger than a business card. There also is a 4x4 and a 4x8. The 4x4 is obviously 4 inches wide, 4 inches tall, and then the 4x8 is a big, huge banner size. It's 4 inches tall and 8 inches wide. It's really taking up a lot of space. So that would be the biggest spot. The 2x4 is $4.99. The 4x4 is $9.98, and the $17.95 is for the 4x8. And so basically, it would have all your information on there. Of course, your logo. You pretty much can put any other type of services that you do. You can feature it on there. We can even actually generate a QR barcode, which is really neat because you can actually have a customer scan it or any of the agents scan it right off that folder and preferred vendor list on the bulletin board, and it'll pop up to your website. So if the customer wants to know, a little bit more about, who's going to be taking care of their service, they can grab your website right off of there. So that's a pretty neat feature. So right now we're actually in the reservation stage. It doesn't take, I guess you could say, really long to fill these spots up. Normally with the first person that we call in this category, we get it usually the same day, if not the next day. But in general, we're actually in the reservation stage right now, and then we go to the artwork stage. We have to, have everybody proofread the information that they send in as far as make sure everything's correct, as far as our artwork and all that kind of stuff. And then we go to printing, they make the plates, and then we go to shipping, which takes like 7 to 14 business days. You don't lose any time here. It doesn't really start, obviously, until it's printed. So you don't lose any time here, just reserving your spot. You will actually get a couple of copies for yourself, too. So your regular customers, you can show them, listen, I'm a preferred vendor in the entire city of all the major real estate offices in the entire city. Sometimes just showing them that gives you credibility. Keep it in your truck or whatever the case may be. But you are going to get a couple of copies yourself. And then next year, we'll give you first right of refusal. So as a courtesy, we won't contact anybody else. You would be it as far as that's concerned to see if you wanted to go ahead and do it again, which I'm sure you will. But anyway, so yeah, we just wanted to see if you wanted to go ahead and be the preferred vendor, for the HVAC company for all the offices and be on the presentation folders for a year. It's a really great price. To be honest with you, it's not really any type of marketing like that to hit your target market for that particular price to be exposed to, pretty much agents that deal with your type of service all the time. So it is a really great opportunity, I will say that. And I take it you have a logo already, right? Okay, perfect. Well, what you would do is you would just send that over to actually an art department email address. I'll go ahead and shoot that over to you. And we're going to send a couple of copies to you. What address did you want me to send that to you? Do you have an office you want to send that to you? Do you have a home? Which address do you want to go ahead and shoot that over to you? Okay, perfect. So I have that down, and I have your email address. And is this a good telephone number? We can contact you? And your correct spelling of your business name. Okay, great. Okay. All right, Tim, so how do you want to take care of the artwork fee? This is what they'll let you do. Actually, one of the main things that they actually suggest is actually do it through PayPal. And the reason being is obviously it's secure. Nobody has to have any, information as far as credit cards information, anything like that. It's actually 100% secure. We actually shoot you over an invoice. I could do it actually right now. It has a link right there on the invoice, and the spot that you pick, you just click on it, and you're in. We take it off the market, so you'll be the exclusive company. So we could do it that way. We do take Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and so forth like that. But my suggestion was go through PayPal. It's really easy. If you don't have a PayPal account, that's okay. You could still pay it on the invoice, and there's no personal information that we can see or anything like that. So the accounting department kind of suggests that just for safety precaution anywhere. So if you like, I can go ahead and, would you like to go ahead and get the 4x4 spot? Okay, perfect. Well, I'll shoot you over the invoice, and just, if you're in front of it, are you in front of the computer right now? Oh, you're not? Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna shoot it over right now. When are you gonna be in front of a computer today? Okay, great. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a call back, and I'll just go ahead and, if you need me to walk you through it, I can do that, or I'll shoot it over to you right now, and I'll just give you a courtesy call back, see if you have, the green light and everything like that, and move forward. If you have any other questions, we'll go ahead and, get you set up here. How does that sound? Okay, perfect. Oh, you are in front of your computer? Okay, great. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot over this invoice, and do you wanna get the 2x4, the 4x4, or the 4x8? Okay, you wanna go ahead and get the 4x4? Perfect. Let me shoot you over that invoice real quick. Keep in mind, if you're paying through PayPal, they're gonna give you a receipt right away, right after you pay for it. We're also gonna give you a receipt, it's your own personal invoice. Keep that in your records, obviously you could write it off in your taxes, it's considered a marketing for your company, advertisement. So, just keep that in your records for next year. And let me go ahead and shoot that over to you, and I'll just walk you right through it. By the way, welcome aboard, by the way. We're excited to be featuring you in the city, and I think you do very, very well for you.